recording for those who couldn't make it. Thank you again for being flexible with the last minute time change. One of our other success managers was actually hosting a webinar at the same time, and we didn't want those who wanted to attend both to miss, so we decided to bump this a little later. So I really appreciate it, but for many of you, this may be your last thing of the day, so you can look forward to the end when you can just make some dinner and spend some time with your families. I'm sure you're all working from home now. So let's get started. By way of introduction, my name is Katie and I'm a customer success manager here with ThankView. Been with the company for about 8 months now. And before working with ThankView, I was a ThankView user as the annual giving coordinator at the university I attended and graduated from. So I have a bit of experience being in your shoes, and so that'll really help us as we go on. We also all are aware that these are very unprecedented times. Telecommunication is of the utmost importance, as in-person engagement, events, and things like that are just not an option at this point. And so we're really here to dedicate ourselves to making ThankView a need to have, an option to engage with your donors in ways that you can't currently. But also to just show you that the sky's the limit, and digital communication is really paving the way for a lot of great relationship building. And so that's really why I'm here today, is to walk you through the platform so that you can actually use it for those purposes. I'm going to start sharing my screen with you guys so that you can see what I'm doing as we're going. I'm not going to put on the permissions for microphones and video, since the main purpose is to kind of walk through the platform and we don't want to bog down the room. But the chat box is totally open. Please use it. You may need to set the to button from all panelists to all panelists and attendees so that everyone can see what you're asking and we can all benefit. But please definitely take advantage of that chat and feel free to ask any questions as we go today. I will take pauses to address your questions individually, because I want you to walk away from this feeling confident that you can go in and test the platform for yourself, that you know the basics to get started, and that you have all your imperative questions answered. A few other things to note is that I'm going to show you all of the features that are included in the ThankView platform that are options anyways. And so you may need to double check what features are included in your organization's package. They're not all included in everyone's. And so I'll show you where to find that information a little bit later. But just keep that in mind as we go on. So without further ado, I think it's time to get started. Are there any immediate questions right off the bat before we get started? I'll take a few extra pauses in between to allow for typing. All right. Well, if I don't see any questions right now, we'll dive right in. Excuse me. All right, so here we are. I assume everyone can see my screen that I've shared. If not, let me know, but I'm gonna dive right in. This is the welcome page. This is what you'll see when you log in, either through thankview.com or through your portal URL that you received in your welcome email. But this welcome page functions very much like a landing page for you as the user. So you'll be met with whimsical illustrations, as well as basic account health like spam and bounce rate. We strongly desire that your spam rate stays below 0.1% and that your bounce rate stays below 10. And so should those start to climb, you'll probably receive an email from our customer experience team, just connecting with you, helping you keep those rates healthy. You'll also see product updates and ideas, as well as featured success stories, all just resources to help you really reach your full potential in ThankView, helping kind of get those creative juices flowing. So let's talk about the different tabs in the ThankView portal. We'll walk through those and then we will create a campaign together. So the campaigns tab, this is where all of your ThankView campaigns can be viewed. You can look at past campaigns by category or type. So right here, we've got the different types of campaigns that we have. You can also view archived and deleted campaigns here. So what you've got is, archived is included in your metrics tracking, and deleted will be permanently removed from your campaign list from your portal after 30 days. TJ, that's a great question. So yesterday when we were working with you, there are a few different factors in working with your account. And so that's something that what you've discussed with our IT team and with Alan and myself, that is holding true. So because of some of the other factors and elements in your account. If you have questions, email me after this and we can totally talk about it. But yeah, thanks for clarifying that. I'm sure that was confusing for a moment. So next we've got contacts. So this is where, I'm so sorry if you hear background noise. We've got the windows open for fresh air. And so there might be a car occasionally, but we can power right through that. So contacts, this is where all of the recipients from your ThankViews are collected into one place. So this is really useful for when you have a list of recipients who maybe have unsubscribed from your ThankViews, or any people that reported their emails as spam. So you can filter by that information, and you can pull that out as a CSV and update your CRM with that information. Lists, these are basically folders of contacts. So essentially, it's just a sorting method. It really helps you keep track of maybe leadership level giving, board of trustees, administration, my awesome list. Maybe you have some special donors. Every organization has those VIPs. So maybe you want to create a list for them as well. Video library is where all of your videos that have been uploaded into ThankView are stored. There's a couple different ways to kind of track this moving forward. So we got our favorites folder here. This is where you can just kind of peg those special videos or the videos that you're going to use often. Replies, so this is for two reasons. One is maybe when you're sending out a video request campaign, some of you have that feature. When your recorders will send back a video, this is where they'll go. They're a video reply. So you've requested a video and this is where those replies will land. The second purpose of this folder is if you allow your recipients to respond to a ThankView via video, this is also where they will land because they are a reply. So anything to do with video replies, video requests, this is where they'll go. We also have the option to create folders, helps you stay organized. Maybe you have different events coming up. And so, you want a giving day videos folder, maybe you have different initiatives as well. This is a great way to stay organized. You can also upload videos directly into the video library to use at a later date, like directly through your webcam or uploading a pre-recorded video. You can title it, tag it, describe it. Again, just helps you stay organized. You'll be uploading tons of videos over the next couple of years with us. And so we want you to have maximum organization so that you can have the efficiency of the product. You can also combine videos. So maybe you want to link together some videos to create one. So you can combine 2 or more videos up to 5 minutes in length and create one combined video. After you click confirm selection, you can add the cross-fading elements and click combine. It'll save the new combined video as well as the individual ones that made the video. We're doing good so far. I'm not seeing any questions, so I'm just going to proceed until I do. Metrics is also super important. So this is a great tool to see how your ThankViews are doing. You can see how many people have opened or clicked on their ThankView, how many have watched the video or clicked the call to action button. You can see how your ThankViews have done over time. So here I've got all campaigns across all time, looking at all my metrics, but I can also sort it by, one or two specific campaigns. I can also look at specific campaign types. So maybe I wanted to look at, okay, how are my thank you campaigns doing? Maybe you want to compare thank yous versus updates versus birthdays, something like that. So we've got all these metrics available to you. If you're a visual person, we've got an engagement map, we've got lists and graphs. Truly, we've got metrics and visuals for that for every person. You can see the engagement score here. So this is a ThankView algorithm that tracks and measures how your recipients are interacting with your ThankView. So think of it like, we're tracking Bob Smith's view of the video, click of the call to action button. Did he open the email? Did he share it? All of this information. And we are putting that into a special formula that we've concocted and produced his engagement score. So this can be helpful for you to see, okay, how engaged are my recipients? Are they liking this method of communication? Are they actually interacting with it? So you can even pull together your 5-star contacts and send them a special thank you. You can say, hey, thanks so much for engaging with us. We love your partnership, etc. See a question from Connor. Is there a way to print these graphs, reports, and share with the board members? Awesome question, Connor. You beat me to it because I was just going to show you that. So up here at the top, you can click Export Metrics, and you can print this whole page as a PDF. You can also download CSV files at the campaign and recipient level. So we've got a variety of ways to display those metrics. Great question. The next step in our journey through the ThankView portal is this monogrammed bubble here. You click that and you'll see the notifications, which will just obviously keep you up to date with what's happening in your account. The next is My Account. So this is where you can see all of your account information. So if you're curious about your subscription date or what features are included in your package, or if you have a payment due, all that information will be displayed right here. We also have custom merge fields now. This is a relatively new feature, as in about 2 weeks ago, and so we are loving this feature. You can add up to 5 custom merge fields, and so you can, if you need to add spouse name, designation 2, favorite ice cream flavor, what have you, you can use these however you'd like, and just add that extra touch of personalization. Each organization is different and requires different information, and we want to accommodate that. This is also where you can buy closed caption credits. You can set your notifications, etc. Managing users. So this is where the admins of your account can add users. So you just put in their name and email, set their permission level. You can hover over these little info bubbles to see, okay, which permission level will best fit the needs of this particular person. So that's a great way to do that as well. We've got the walkthrough. These are brief tutorials that basically break apart everything I'm about to show you today, but just in more manageable last-minute chunks. They are a tad out of date. We have since updated a lot of different things, and so they're not going to be exact step-by-step, but we're working on updating them, and they will be helpful for the basics. Integrations, so we have a direct integration option with Evertrue, Salesforce, and we do all this through a secure file transfer protocol. If you have further questions on that, please reach out to your success manager, support@thankview.com, and we can get you the information that you need. There's a lot about that is unique to organizations and things like that, and so we want to make sure we're getting you specific information. Our FAQ Help Center is a super helpful resource for you. Basically, any questions, especially over the early stages of the company, any question that was asked, we really sought to answer it in a detailed FAQ article. So please check these out. This should be your first line of defense if you have a question. So check it out if you can't get your answer there. This little chat button here We'll direct you to one of our customer success managers during business hours of 9 to 5 Eastern, and we will help address your question, usually with a response time of within 5 minutes. So that is, those are the tabs in the portal. Those are some of the extras within the portal. Any questions at that point? Our next step is to create a campaign. All right. Well, since I see no questions, let's go ahead and create a campaign together. So you click create a new campaign and you are met with the different campaign types. So now you've got to choose. So let's walk through this together. Appeals and solicitations. This is where you're asking for donations. You can embed a giving form into this specific campaign type. So you're still sending a video, but you can also embed a giving form. Event-related thank yous and updates are all very similar. You're sending out a video, and you can add a call to action button. So you're driving your recipients to engage in another point. Video request is a very popular feature. This is where instead of sending a video, you can request one. This can include instructions for the recorder and auto reminders to make sure that they record their video on time. If you're not happy with the video that they recorded, you can delete it and they'll receive a notification to send you another one. Birthdays and gift anniversaries allow you to send thank yous on a person's birthday, gift anniversary, or whatever relevant date you're working with. In the recipient's information, you'll be able to include a date, and that will be when their thank you is going to send. And you can schedule these up to a year in advance. Dynamic personalization. So this is a special, relatively new feature where we partner with you to creatively insert up to 3 data points. This can include your recipient's name, gift amount, designation, etc. And we tailor a thank you just for them. This is essentially, we're working really closely with you and your team, and we're creating a dynamic, really personal, and really creative video. It's tons of fun. We love doing it. So if you have questions and desire to, look into this, email us at support@thankview.com, and we would be happy to provide some pricing. Do we have to schedule the birthday emails individually, or will it upload from an Excel file and schedule automatically? Mindy, great question. So essentially, when you upload the birth date into the platform, that is the day that it's going to send. So only birthdays and gift anniversaries will do that. So if you uploaded your list and it said Katie Wiseman, and my birth date was January 1st, 1995. That's not my real birthday, but you upload that, it will send on January 1st, 2021. Now, to kind of play off of that, you can schedule other campaigns, like a thank you campaign, to send on a different day, up to a year in advance, but it would send all of those thank yous on the same day that you scheduled. So it wouldn't be individual birth dates like with the birthday campaign, but it would, if I wanted to schedule my thank you campaign to go out on Saturday at 8 a.m., I would just set the date as, 3/28/2020. If dynamic personalization is active in our campaign menu. So yes, so basically we included it in the campaign list. That way you could see what it's about and learn more about it, because it is a campaign type, but it does require additional, pricing and purchasing. But that was the best way, because ultimately once the video is complete, we upload it into your video library for you to send. So you still are creating a campaign for it. Really, dynamic personalization is the video development process. Great questions. So in light of everything that's been going on in our world recently, we're going to do an update campaign, and we'll do a COVID-19 update. Not obviously, this campaign is for fun. It's to showcase the product and the different features. So it's not all going to be like, I'm not showing you, oh, this is a great example of a COVID-19 update. That's not what I'm doing. But I want to highlight the features of the platform. So the first thing you got to do is name it. So you want to name your campaign in a way that's easy to sort, easy to recognize, and describe specifically what the campaign is for. We generally recommend using the time of year and what the campaign is. So, if I wanted to do April 2020 COVID-19 update, that's very clear. You know exactly what it is. You know exactly when you sent it. So the first step in creating a campaign is adding recipients. First, the first way to do it is importing a spreadsheet. So you can see the accepted file formats there, but we do recommend a CSV. And you can download a CSV file sample in order to see what column headers will best match with the ThankView platform. I've already created a CSV file here, so I'm going to upload that. You can see here that there are gray boxes and green boxes. Green means go, so green means that my column headers were a direct match with the ThankView platform. Gray, however, means that it's not a direct match. So all I have to do is click this drop down. I now have access to see what the column headers are in the ThankView platform. So my recipient ID is ThankView's donor ID. Then, I included major, so let's include that as, notes, designation, last gift, last donation. Once everything's green and good to go, I click import. I've got 27 recipients in here. Most of you should be included, if not all. So now I've kind of got an sentences. I've got an at a glance view of my recipients. And so now I can see everything kind of laid out. But there are more ways to add recipients. Manual is definitely just for those one-offs. Maybe you forgot to add someone in your list, or you have a really tiny campaign. You do need to include first name and email or phone number. That is the bare minimum information, but we definitely do encourage using as much information as possible. These are all the column headers that are default in the ThankView platform, minus this one. This is one of the custom merge fields that I created. So you would click here and it would reroute you to your My Account tab, and you would be able to add your custom merge field. A few things to note: that the notes field is a free form, so include any information there that's relevant. Years giving, ask amount, and class year. Ask amount, last donation, and class year are by default numerical only. And so you want to keep that in mind as you're working through all of that information. These are just the most relevant uses. Of course, you can use these boxes however you'd like, but these are just the most relevant use cases. And then lastly, remember those lists that we talked about, those folders of contacts? Maybe you put together a list and you can add that to your campaign by just clicking on it and importing. So now that I've added my recipients, I'm ready to set up. Any questions so far? All right. Can you add multiple class years? So if you added them, that could get tricky because it's a numerical only box. My main recommendation to you, Heather, would be you can either add those as custom merge fields, or you could use other merge field boxes that you're not going to use. So, company, like if you weren't going to use the company column header, you could add that as another class year. You would just have to be aware of that. But because it's numerical only, we can't be adding columns or anything like that. Commas, I'm sorry. All right, so email settings. So this is how your ThankView will appear in your recipient's inbox. First impressions matter, so we're going to personalize this as much as possible too. So we've got three formats. First, the envelope format, which will have your organization's custom branding. Our design team works really hard at creating that. And so we obviously will recommend using the envelope format more often than not because it's just another branded touch point. We've also got the animated format, which is like a GIF, and then the thumbnail format, which takes a snapshot of your video. Subject line and email message are your recipient's first point of contact with the ThankView. So subject line, you want to try to use the word video and your organization's name as much as possible. So that way your recipients know what they're getting and who they're getting it from. So I can say, you know, a COVID-19 update video from Katie at ThankView. Email message, you've got dynamic merge fields in here as well. So you just click this drop down, you can pull your data directly into this email message. So I've got first name in there by default. I click preview. We've got hi Alex, hi Connor, hi David, there's a lot of Davids in here. Hi Diana, hi Aaron, Haley, etc. So you get the point. It's dynamically pulling that information into your ThankView. Sender name, who is this email being sent from? So ThankView will default to your organization's portal. Your organization's name. Reply to is if you allow your recipients to reply to their ThankView via email or video, this is the email that those replies will be sent to. So you can add multiple in case additional members of your team are interested in those replies. Share title and share message are for when you allow your recipients to share their ThankView on Facebook. SMS response. So if you have texting capability, SMS texting capability, if you allow your recipients to reply to that ThankView, this will be kind of the confirmation message that's sent back to them. Any questions so far? I hope that you're really tracking and seeing, kind of the intuitiveness of the platform. All right. So landing page, this is customizing what's said on your envelope and the various text that is going to appear on this page. So we chose the envelope format, and we can pull in title, first name, preferred name, last name as into the envelope display. We also have some free-form text boxes here as well, and some line breaks. So you can get creative. You can say, a COVID-19 update just for you, comma, first name. We can do happy birthday, first name, exclamation point. So you can just play around with the formatting there. You'll be able to click preview and see what it looks like. So we've got Alex, Connor, again, pulling all that information. And then comes the fun part. So once your organization's custom envelope is loaded into the platform, it will appear first, but it's one of many in a long list of colors, textures, and holiday themes that our design team has put into all of your portals. Adding a link. So this is the call to action button. So this is, where am I driving my recipients to? What engagement point do I want to engage them in? So you throw in your URL right here, and then you decide what your button says. So you could say, see your impact, give today, apply today, donate now. You could say, click here to check out our FAQs, which is where I'm going to link you guys. It's succinct, it's very catchy, it grabs my attention and draws me in. Here's the description box below your video. This is optional, but we did recently increase the limit from 1,500 to 2,500 in characters in order to accommodate longer messages regarding COVID updates and things like that. And so we wanted to accommodate that. We've got dynamic merge fields again, so we can really personalize this message. So for example, hi, first name. Thanks so much for your gift of last donation to designation. Really appreciate you and your fellow notes majors. Friends at ThankView. Do a little formatting, click preview. So now you see the envelope with the name, you see my call to action button, and now you see my message. And I have 4 different dynamic points here. So Alex, 100,000 to the general fund, politics majors. Connor, 5,000 to scholarship, English major. David, 10,000 to scholarships, film production major, and so on and so forth. So what took you 10 seconds is really going to communicate value to your recipients individually. We've also got secondary action buttons. So whether or not you want your recipients to reply, download, or share their ThankView, you just turn the toggle on and off. Any questions before we move on? All right. So now here we are at the bread and butter of ThankView, the video section. Also, if you haven't been tracking, I didn't really point this out, but we've got kind of this natural progression through our campaign: recipients, setup, page, video, send. So if ever you're, you know, finding yourself in a spot you don't want to be in the campaign, just click on the other tabs. So videos, this bar here is the navigation bar of what we call video sequencing. So this is how we link your elements together to create your overall ThankView. Intro theme is the first part, and this works very much like the opening credits of your ThankView. So we've got these different image templates and message templates and holiday templates available for you. The image templates are definitely by far the most popular, since you can add other elements of your organization's branding, photos of students, campus, etc. So, take a look around. Each template is animated to some degree. So it's just a matter of playing around and find what you like. So I'm going to go ahead and upload my logo here. You have, a couple different colored options, stuff like that. We also have music options. So we have a music library available for you as well. So just hop in there, check them out, preview the intro, and just acclimate yourself with what's available. Recording. So this is where it gets really fun. There are 3 ways to add a video. So there is your webcam, uploading from your computer, or choosing from your video library. So that's that place where all of your videos are stored within the platform. So what I could do is, I could click Connor's name. I could click, any of these 3 options. But maybe you've uploaded a list of 2,000 recipients and you want to send a personalized video to all of them. 10 seconds per video, 2,000 recipients, you do the math, but that's a long time. So how can we cut that? So what we can do is we can group our recipients together. We can segment our recipients. So let me type the name David. I look like I've got 5 Davids in there. I click select all, and I choose to record via webcam. And I can say, hey, David, thanks so much for your gift to prestigious university. We really appreciate you. Stop recording. I just recorded 1 video, 10 seconds of my time, but I was able to send it to 5 different Davids. Each David feels super valued and really feels like his university understands and cares about his impact. But we're not limited to just names either. We can pull down some details, so maybe notes. Maybe I want to mention the English majors. I can click select all and say, hey everyone, looking forward to seeing you at the English reunion. Or maybe I wanted to pull designation, general fund. Hey, thanks so much for your gift to the general fund. It is going to fund student life, campus events, and student mentorship. And so you can attach 1 video to multiple recipients, really streamlines your process. For today's purpose, I'm going to find all of you that I've added to the list. Hopefully I did not forget anyone, or people that may have come in a little later, or I just didn't catch on time. I apologize if you're not in my list here. All right, that should be everyone. You can also see here that we've got a we've got a little teleprompter here. So while I'm recording on my webcam, if I was doing one at a time, I could pull information. So hello, welcome to my kitchen. So now I can record. Hey there, thanks so much for attending my walkthrough training today. I hope you found it helpful and informative as you progress into using ThankView and maximizing all of the potential that it offers. Click the link below if you end up running into questions and problems. We'd be happy to answer those questions at our ThankView Help Center. And stay tuned for a message from our team. Super quick, attached a video to multiple people. And now I'm at the mercy of my Wi-Fi for that to upload, which is going a little slow compared to how it was today, but that's okay. Choose a thumbnail. And now we've got some basic editing tools available. So I can change the video if I didn't like it. I can add closed captions. I showed you how to do that in your My Account section. Change the thumbnail. I can trim the video. So maybe I hesitated in the beginning, or I didn't click stop recording fast enough. I can cut that out. I can also crop the video horizontally if it isn't quite reaching the aspect ratio I want. And then all I would have to do is click next recipient and to proceed down my list. So as you can see, there's these little green check marks beside each person that I just recorded for. So essentially what that is, it indicates that there's a video attached. So the recipients that don't have a video attached do not have the green check mark. It really helps me stay organized. And that is not what I wanted to do. Let's go back here. So now you can see that all of my recipients that have a video have fallen to the bottom to get out of my way. So the first part of sequencing is intro theme, the second part is recording, and the third part is add-ons. So an add-on video is a general optional video that can be attached to all of your recipients. So where the first recording was a highly personalized one, the second recording, the second video is a general add-on video that everyone receives. This really helps you maximize your message without sacrificing personalization. So maybe you wanted to have your first video be a personal thank you to a donor, and your second video could be kind of, maybe a general video that your marketing team put together to advertise the university or provide updates on what's happening. So I can go ahead and add a video, any of the three ways that we discussed earlier. I've got the same editing tools available. And now I can preview the sequence. So I can see, okay, here's my intro theme, here's my personal video, here's my add-on video, and here's my final logo. The other add-on element is overlays. So these are banners and frames that just really help kind of drive home your brand or your theme of the ThankView. We've got, COVID updates in my portal. We can make one for you. We can do custom overlays. So all you have to do is reach out to support at thankview.com and we can get that created for you. And now we're ready to continue to send. So we just recently updated our send page. Those of you who are new probably wouldn't know the difference, but it is a huge difference, let me tell you. So recorded is what the platform will default to. These are recipients that have a video attached but have not been sent. Scheduled are thank yous that are yet to be sent. Sending is for the thank yous that are in transit. Failed send are thank yous that have been deemed undeliverables. And then delivered is when you have successfully sent to your recipients. So I uploaded a pretty hefty list today, about 30, but only 15 are showing up in my send page. That's because only recipients that have a video attached will appear in your send page. We recommend everyone sending a test every time you send a campaign, and you can send a test to up to 10 different email addresses. Even the most seasoned ThankView users send tests, just to make sure all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed. Once you've sent a test and you're happy with everything, you can schedule your campaigns. So you can send now, or you can schedule a send like I was mentioning earlier. maybe I wanted to schedule a send for Saturday at 8:30 in the morning. I can schedule that out, and I don't even have to log into ThankView on Saturday at 8:30 in order to get that out. The platform will automatically do it for me. So I'm going to go ahead and send now. And now my thank yous are flying to my recipients. So we'll go ahead and submit feedback. Why not? And now my videos are in the sending folder, and eventually they will all land in delivered. At least they should, because they're all of your emails. So hopefully your emails are good. But that is the ThankView platform. We just went through everything. And so now's the time for questions. What questions do you guys have about using ThankView or any of the features that we discussed today? If you guys don't have any questions, you are free to leave. Feel free to enjoy the rest of your afternoon. But I will be willing to hang around for a few more minutes to address any questions that come up.